Hi everyone, I'm here today because I think it's time to do the heart chakra. I woke up and got the nudge and it's time. This doesn't mean that we're moving on from the solar plexus because I feel like we're still working on the bottom three. But what I was told was that we need to integrate the heart energy into what we're doing. This all very much feels tied to the eclipse coming on the 21st. I don't pretend to know a lot about astrology, so I won't get into that, but my intuitive sense is that part of the bigger reason this is happening is that it's calling for a greater purge on the 21st, like building up. So this whole month people have been working, a lot's been coming up for my clients, a lot's been coming up for me, for you guys I've seen in posts. So I think it's a bigger purge to finally release what's ready to go. So this doesn't mean we're going to be, unfortunately, we won't be magically healed after the 21st. It would be nice if we were. But we are being asked to really be conscious of what is ready to go, and I'm almost feeling that I might do a some sort of like a meditation or a ceremony. There's some sort of releasing, maybe a releasing meditation on the 21st. I'm not sure yet, but I keep getting little hints that maybe I should do something. And I know there's a ton of meditations out there around this stuff for the eclipse, but so I'm not sure if I'll do it, but just a heads up, I might try to do something. I would just channel it, so we'll see what comes through. But anyway, so it felt very important to bring the heart energy into what we're doing because there's a lot of heavy release happening right now, and a lot is being brought up for my clients and for me, but stuff that I think they thought they were done with, or maybe the next layer down, the deeper layer. A lot of solar plexus. Oh my God, am I seeing a lot of solar plexus stuff with my clients lately. And that's why I was told to bring the heart energy into this, to kind of help you guys keep that in mind. I'm trying to think how to talk about this. The biggest thing that I've seen with heart chakra issues is, I would say for healers, but for anybody really, is the lack or the inability to have unconditional love for oneself. So this isn't, the heart is also about connecting to others and having healthy relationships and healthy boundaries and all of that. But what I'm being called to talk about is love for oneself. True love, like truly honoring your soul and seeing your divinity and your beauty and your wisdom and your intelligence and your grace and your power, seeing all of that on a soul level, like really seeing yourself underneath this human form, underneath all our human frailties and our mistakes and our silly, acting ridiculous when we don't mean to and all that nonsense. It's getting underneath all that and honoring who we are as souls, and that sits in the heart chakra. And so the wound I see around that is when people are incredibly hard on themselves. They have very serious harsh self-criticism, harsh self-judgment, self-blame. There's a lot of shame people carry here, guilt, all just really heavy, sad feelings, where pretty much they're just beating themselves up over whatever. It could be over specific incidences, or it could just be kind of this more chronic underlying dislike for oneself, or not. I hate to use it, but I see a lot of self-loathing, and I don't think people realize that they're that deeply disliking themselves on a soul level. But I think this comes from this life, being born into dysfunctional families and having trauma and abuse and whatever else might have affected you in this life. And then again, past life, I think multitudes of past lives of having a lot of wounding and trauma around who we are as healers and souls. But it's a very deep layer to heal, and this is for, I just feel like this is for all of humanity. Like the heart is where it all starts and where it all ends. It's unconditional love for self, and once you achieve that, you can have unconditional love for others, and you can see things in a greater network of all of us being part of the bigger picture of all entities, not just people, but the planet and animals and all beings being interconnected. But it's hard to see that and honor that when you don't truly love and honor yourself as a soul. So there's a lot of wounding I see in the heart chakra around this, and a part of that is a lack of self-forgiveness. I see a lot of people really beating themselves up over anything. It could be anything from the past, it can be anything from the present, or just kind of this, again, chronic self-blame for things. It may not even be things that they're actually to blame for. And even if they are, it's that they aren't able to see that there really are no, if you think in a greater picture, there are no really true mistakes, because all of this is about learning and growth and evolution. And so yes, there are mistakes, but they're not, it's for your soul's greater growth. And so if you can reframe some of this, say old relationships, or I don't know, mistakes in the workplace, or whatever it's coming through as, if you can reframe it as, what was I supposed to learn from that, and how can I grow from whatever that situation was, and then find compassion for yourself around this. I see such a lack of self-compassion, and it's hard. I've been there too. I've completely been there. I know what it's like to be exceedingly hard on myself and be very judgmental about myself, and not have compassion, and not have forgiveness, and really just be my own worst critic, my own harshest critic. I think that's such a human trait. So I think they want all this brought up today so that part of your work in releasing everything in your solar plexus and below, the sacral and the root, if you can shift and bring compassion to yourself around whatever you're holding down there, and see yourself as a soul that's trying so hard in this life to survive, because it's not easy to survive here. If you can bring compassion and see yourself as a soul who has tried many lifetimes to survive here, and you've probably accomplished many great things in other lives. There are lives that we've had great, we've had good past lives too. They're not all traumatic, but it's about self-compassion, and it's really about honoring who you are as a soul, and honoring how hard you're working to learn your soul lessons, and to do good in this world, and share your light, and share your love with others. And so as this other stuff's coming up, this stuff around empowerment and worth and confidence, and all the stuff that sits in the solar plexus, and then the stuff below that, the safety and the fundamental right to feel like you belong here, and then the divine goddess stuff, as all of those issues are coming up, I'm just being told that they want you to try to, as you're bringing it up, to release, bring it up through the heart, and try to, it's almost coating it in self-compassion and unconditional love for yourself, and just see yourself with see yourself through very kind eyes. You've been battling a lot. These are very deep wounds. Whatever's coming up is very deep. I think that's part of what this eclipse is about, is bringing up some of the deepest stuff. So see yourself with very kind eyes. Give yourself a lot of TLC, a lot of compassion, and know that you're doing the best you can, and you will make it through. So green, wear green, carry a stone around that's helping you, like rose quartz actually is really good for the heart. Just really work on self-compassion. I just keep hearing that over and over right now as I'm speaking. Self-compassion is one of the biggest lessons humanity has to learn. It's, yes, we are not very nice to each other, but that all stems from deeper wounds of lack of self-love in here. So if we can all master self-compassion and unconditional love for oneself as a soul, it will ripple out and change a lot. So I think that's all for today, and I will see what comes through next with these videos. As always, I'm kind of just waiting to see what I'm supposed to do. But please reach out if you need help, and yeah, keep posting, letting me know how things are going, and hang in there. I know it's been a rough month, and it's going to be a rough few weeks until the eclipse, or maybe I think it's only a week away. And so I'll let you guys know if I end up deciding to do some sort of channeled meditation, or I'm not sure what it is yet, but I'll let you know. All right, I am sending all of you love, and I hope you can take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.